Okay. Spirit, what's going on in the collective? What's going on in the energies out there? Let's see. What do we have here? Ooh. Oh, that's good. This card actually came out with the full moon in Libra reading. It's the Two of Pentacles, balance. It was a lot about balance, balancing between the heart and the mind, the emotions versus like control versus letting go, emotions versus thoughts, a lot of balance. And we've got the Six of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. So I feel like there's a lot of things out there waiting for you, like the Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot of things, thank you for confirmation. There's a lot of things out there that are like waiting for you, that the universe can't wait to bless you with. But right now you're in this energy of balancing how things were versus how things are going at this moment in time. You're trying not to get too far ahead of yourself. The Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck. You're trying not to get too far ahead of yourself and make rash decisions, I'm hearing. And in this time, this came out in a few of my other readings too. In this time, you're very much in the energy of trying to shift your perspective and see things in a new light, or in a new, you're trying to look at things differently. You can feel that there's things out there waiting for you, but you don't want to get ahead of yourself and try to control this situation or try to be impulsive, maybe. So, again, on the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Cups, this came out in a reading again. You have so many options. You might have so many options, but you don't know, excuse me, but you don't know exactly what to do or where to go. And in my other reading, I did say there is such thing as too many options, because it can feel overwhelming. And there might be so many options that it doesn't feel like there's any options at all. Does that make sense? It might seem contradictory right now, because you're just at such a different spot in your life, and you've never been in this position before. So you're very much trying to navigate this cautiously, but openly, cautiously optimistic. You're cautiously optimistic about things, but you don't want to approach things in the same way that you always have, because you know that it's time to break cycles and break patterns. And you know that if you were to go about this situation, or if you were to go about life and your path right now in the same way that you used to, you would just repeat mistakes and repeat cycles. And you're over that. You're over that energy, and you don't want to keep doing that. You want to learn your lessons and do things right this time. There's something about, I really want to do things the right way. I really want to get it right this time. Whoa, that was a lot. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, again, the universe is waiting to gift you something, and it will reward you for how you handle the next little bit of your life here, and how you carry on and move forward. The Chariot, how you carry on and move forward, and the decisions that you make. So we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, but the King of Cups is in reverse. You don't want to handle things. I don't know if you can see my dog behind me on my bed. He is, oh, hello. Hi. You don't want to handle things the way that you used to, and you don't want to be dishonest with yourself and your journey. You might be tempted to take the easy way out, is what I'm getting, and make these decisions for maybe, like, I'm getting the word short-term gain. You don't want to make decisions for short-term gain, whether that's, you know, monetary, financial, physical aspects of things, or emotional, love. You don't want to jump the gun. You don't want to do anything and make any decision that's not based in alignment with what could be the path that you're stepping foot on that could set you up for the rest of your life. Let's get another clarification card here, Spirit. Oh, okay. The Tower. Okay, so I'm laughing because some accounts that I follow, some of these cards are also very present in their messages and in their collective message. The Tower being one of them. So you're at a point in your journey where you need to make a decision, and the Fool on the bottom of the deck. You need to make a decision with how you're going to approach and how you're going to move forward. You need to make that decision, and this very much is giving like Tower energy, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Tower moments are big moments in your life, and this year, especially this month with all the planets in Aries and the momentum and the year of the Fire Horse, this year is very much the just do it. Something about, I'm getting the words like lead by faith, not fear, something blindly follow your faith. The Fool, you're on the beginning of your journey. You need to take the steps, and you need to just move forward, and you need to take the leap of faith, so that you can begin your journey. And your journey moving forward may possibly look a lot different than anything that you're used to, or than anything in your past. You have a blank slate placed in front of you, and you are the author. But you're wanting to move forward very cautiously. You know of all the great things and the great opportunities that are out there, but you're just moving so much differently. You're moving in a way that if you told past you what's going on and how you're navigating things, they wouldn't believe you. Because you're handling things so differently. I know I keep repeating that, but that's just a very strong message here. Okay, Spirit, can I get an outcome card? What's the outcome here as we move forward, and as we make aligned choices, and as we act differently, and as we're honest with ourselves and not dishonest with ourselves? Justice. Justice. Justice is the outcome. I'm hearing you're going to receive what you've always deserved, the justice you've always deserved, the karma you've always deserved, and in the best way. I feel like you have a lot of karma built up from your entire life, and things that you've had to go through, and things that you've grown through and learned from. You have a lot of good karma coming your way, and justice will be served in the best way. And some connections may dissolve, but it will be balanced out by the new beautiful connections that you make. And you really are setting yourself up for success in these moments. So you just need to be very careful with how you go about things. I'm feeling pulled. Okay, I have this one on hand. I'm feeling pulled to do an oracle. Oh, hello. All right, what do we have, Spirit? Let's go under the break. trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. There was a lot of energy in my readings recently of like deep down, like, yes, you may have a lot of options. And if you just pause for a minute and shift your perspective on things and make sure you're acting out of balance, with the momentum to carry you forward, with this big moment in life that is going to, as you embark on a new journey, you need to make sure to pause and trust your intuition, not the fear-based decisions, not the decisions that lead you back to your old path, but the quiet, subtle nudges and the deep inner knowing where with some decisions, they might not make sense to anybody else. And guess what? They don't have to. It's your life to live, not theirs. Everyone's on their own journey in this life and learning to trust their own intuition. So it does not matter if your decisions and your choices make sense to your peers, your family, your friends, your partner, your coworkers. It doesn't matter. You might feel the need to, you might feel you need to explain yourself or defend your decisions, but you don't need to do that. All you need to know is that if you follow by faith and trust your intuition and follow the signs, listen and pay attention to the signs that the universe is giving you. Again, in my last reading, I said whether that's numbers, repeating numbers, signs, names, colors, objects, animals, anything. If you are paying close enough attention to those signs and synchronicities, it doesn't need to make sense to anybody else it doesn't need to make sense to anybody else but you, because all you need is within. Literally all you need to move forward in your life, you have within yourself. Words, guys, words are hard. Sorry, if you don't know me, you'll know. You'll soon know. Words are hard sometimes. Yeah, this is a good message. It's very aligned with all the, maybe eyes may be important to you. Eyes are the window to the soul. Maybe your eyes, maybe you get a lot of compliments on your eyes. Maybe you're drawn to, this resonates with me. I'm very drawn to eyes and always have been, but they truly are the window to the soul. And sometimes you don't need words. You can just look at somebody and look at their eye and you can see that little glimmer in their eye and you can see that things are different. You can see their happiness, sadness, emotions. You can see everything through their eyes. But, okay, yeah, so I am going to do one last, I guess this is fitting, one last oracle card, one Ocean of Wisdom. I am wearing my shirt from Hawaii. It has a manta ray, and actually me and my daughter got to experience a very magical moment ourselves, and we got to swim with wild dolphins. You cannot approach them, that is illegal, but I took her snorkeling and we ended up above this deep blue pocket and we were just floating there, and I just had this feeling, I had this sense of knowing that they were down there. And sure enough, there was 2 dolphins. One was playing with a little shell. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. And we watched them play for a little bit. And as we snorkeled above them, we were the only ones around. And as they surfaced maybe 5 feet away from us, if that, probably even closer, it was the most beautiful thing I have ever experienced in my life. I had to take off my goggles and cry and wipe my tears a little bit. And I held my daughter's hand. This is my oldest daughter. But it was just such a beautiful moment. Okay. Whew. That card was for me, but this is for the collective. Here we go. All right, what is Ocean of Wisdom? Sea dragons. Embrace your inner power and let your majestic spirit soar through life's depths. Sea dragons. Embrace your inner power, your inner knowing. Like I said, everything you need is within. Everything you need is inside of you. You don't need external gratification. You don't need to reach for those external things, or you don't need external opinions. Everything you need and the power is inside of you. So, yeah, as you move forward and leap into the depths of your new journey, trust your intuition, follow your signs, trust that inner power that you have. You're going to get through this, and it's going to be one of the most, it's going to be the most beautiful, rewarding journey that you've been on thus far. And I mean that. I mean that I have a sense of just like pride for myself, for you, for the collective. I have this deep sense of pride and excitement. Where we're at is at a very exciting place to be. We're in the middle of a massive timeline shift, and there's so many beautiful things to come. So keep taking pauses where you need to, keep weighing out your options, but don't overthink them, because deep down you know, and you need to trust your intuition to move forward. That's a beautiful message for the day. I'm content. These always give me, I always feel like I just drank an energy drink or took a nap, or no, not took a nap. I really do get a energy boost from these. So if you're watching, thank you. Come back next time and we'll see what's in store. Bye.